Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just want to say a massive thank you for all the views I got on my last video about Meghan Markle. So if you did watch that video, thank you so much. Thank you, and hello to my new subscribers. Welcome. This is Right Now with Louise, and I am of course Louise. Of course I give a lot of commentary on the British royal family, Harry and Meghan, and I've also done a few other videos on a couple of other things, basically films that I enjoyed, trailers that I've seen. So if you're looking to find new content like that on anywhere here on YouTube, then please feel free to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment down below. All I ask is that we be respectful and friendly towards each other in the comments. We are of course going to disagree on certain things, and that's perfectly fine. I just ask that we disagree in a respectful way. Yeah, and in all of my videos there's no hatred or malice or anything of that nature directed to anyone that I discuss in any of my videos. So I just wanted to lay that out there. All of this of course is my opinion. That's what I do here on the channel. I just give you my opinion, point of view based on things I've seen and read from various sources, and information I've retained over the years. And I also try and give balanced views, and I try and be as informed as I can with the videos that I do put out here on the channel. So yeah, let's dive into today's video. So it was Meghan's birthday on Sunday, and on the day of recording this is Thursday, so we're nearly a week on from it. And boy does she deliver the most cringiest content ever. The videos, the pictures, I mean the pictures of her jumping in the pool, if you've seen them you'll know, and plenty of people, particularly on X, have already stated the obvious that it's quite possible she is cosplaying Diana. This has been something that Meghan has been accused of multiple times in the past, pretty much since she married Harry, whether it's an outfit or the way she poses in photos and just things of that nature. It's just very much, people say it's cosplaying, other people say it's a nod to Diana. God bless her. There's a lovely figurine there in the background. You know, I mean, it happens with Catherine, the Princess of Wales as well. If she wears an outfit, it's a nod to Diana. And with Meghan, it's also either or. But these photos are just quite eerie. I mean, fair enough, she's celebrating her 45th birthday, great. I hope she had a great day. But the things she just put out there, they're so cringy. It's not even funny. I mean, you have to laugh. You have to. But there's also quite a bit of eye rolling that occurs. You're just like, oh, why has she done this? And then the video she's put out on Instagram as well, dancing in her kitchen, wearing a t-shirt that says it's giving Mrs. I mean, Meghan, you've been married, what, 8 years? Why are you wearing a t-shirt that newly engaged women and newly married women wear? Like I say, once they've become engaged, they're on their hen do or bridal party, or indeed after they've just got married. Do you know what I mean? You've been married 8 years. It's a bit too late to wear it, to be quite honest. Just letting you know, like that. I mean, if it's an old t-shirt, fine, but whatever. There's so many comments online. Brittany from the Royal News Network, she was like, there's just some things that should remain on your phone and not be put out into the world. And this is something else that I think Meghan should have kept in her camera roll, to be quite honest. I wouldn't have posted this. It's just, it's so weird, and in some respects, and of course the As Ever Instagram page put out a happy birthday message for their founder, probably posted by Meghan, but also in this video where she's wearing this t-shirt for newlyweds or newly engaged women, she's also seemingly wearing what people say look to be a tiara. I mean, the irony. Also, this is the thing with Meghan. The irony is not lost in most of the things that she does. What she says, what she does, it's very ironic. It's never lost on me. I catch it pretty quickly. And I think I commented in response to Prince William's jaw. I'll leave the link to Brittany and Prince William's jaw's ex pages respectively in the comments in the description box below. But I commented to Prince William's jaw, and I was just like, this is just so ironic. If Meghan had have stayed in the royal family and attended state banquets and things of that nature, she could have worn an actual tiara. And then she's dancing around in her kitchen with a load of balloons, wearing some sort of happy birthday tiara type thing. It's just, I mean, I said in my last video about Meghan's all thought photo. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to it also in the description. You know, I believe Meghan displays certain personality traits. I'm not an expert, but there's things that I see, and I believe I've witnessed a pattern of behaviour over the years, and I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people out there in the space that comment and say the same or similar things. People say it outright, but I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to say is that I believe she displays certain personality traits, and in accordance with what I believe, I think she does self-sabotage, and to have left the royal family and now reduce herself and Harry to the level that they are at now. I mean, self-sabotage is one of the things that occurs. So I believe that's what she's done. And now she's mocking wearing a tiara, dancing around her kitchen, and it's just like, there's other comments made about the pool where she's jumping in the pool, and people have correlated it with a photograph with the late Princess Diana also jumping into a pool, and people are like, that's a bit strange. But I mean, the fact that she's dancing around her kitchen, and Harry, who's seemingly taking the video, is just like, oh dear. Her dogs clearly don't want to wear the birthday hats, like, let's not do this. They're not bothered what day it is. Just let your dogs do what they want. Just don't make them wear hats. I just can't. Like, someone pointed out to me, a friend of mine said to me yesterday, have you seen the video that Meghan's done? And I'm like, oh, the one dancing around her kitchen. And she's like, yeah. And I was just like, it's cringe. It's pure cringe. But does she it's almost as if her mindset needs to be studied, because she does so many things that are cringeworthy, and yet seemingly she's just not bothered. It doesn't matter how cringy it is, or with other things that she does, like the all thought photo, how inappropriate it is. She's going to do it. She can be quite brazen. And sometimes it's almost hard to distinguish whether she's being brazen or she actually doesn't realise, she doesn't have that level of self-awareness that I think most of us do, in order to not post things that she shouldn't be posting. Again, like the all thought photo, she shouldn't be posting it. As a public figure, I think what I'm trying to say, with Meghan being the public figure, not me, with her being a public figure, I think she should be made aware of the line, particularly when she needs positive PR. And I think possibly in her mind she thinks this will generate positive PR, and in some areas it will. You know, for every critic there's also a fan. So I don't know, she just, like I say, she needs to be studied, her mindset needs to be studied, and it's just like, I don't know, and because she also has this level of, you know, she's still a member of the British royal family, she's still married to Prince Harry, they are still members of the family, granted they don't work or represent the monarchy, they're not senior working royals. Sorry, my phone like nearly fell. That's about right. You know, so because they have that veneer of being members of the royal family, I think that's where the extra scrutiny comes in. And it's just like, we obviously are not going to see things like that from other members of the family, or whether it's the King, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Catherine the Princess of Wales. We're not going to see that. I mean, you get curated videos and stuff around birthdays, like we've just seen with the Wales children, whilst, you know, the children seem very natural and confident in front of the camera. You know, these videos are done in a way so that the children they're sharing the children's birthdays with us, but also, you know, there is a level of protection there and what have you. So, but with Meghan, it's just, there's no level of, it's like there's a level of control without a level of control, if you know what I mean. It's almost like it's a contradiction in terms, because she seems to just put anything up there and yet it's still contrived. And it's just weird. But I think the cherry on top of the birthday cake is that obviously this week news has been released that Princess Eugenie has given birth to her third child, a daughter, in Lisbon, and the announcement of the birth was released on Meghan's actual birthday. And for anyone that knows the history, I mean, if you don't know it, I'll go into it now to provide context. It was revealed months after. So Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank got engaged after 7 years, and they were engaged before Harry and Meghan. And then when Harry and Meghan got engaged in late 2017, was it around November, something like that, Eugenie and Jack's wedding had to be postponed because Harry is higher up than Eugenie. So Eugenie and Jack's wedding had to be postponed at least by 6 months, and so that Harry and Meghan's wedding would take place beforehand. And then Eugenie obviously got married in October of 2018. And at Eugenie and Jack's wedding, Meghan, of course, she wore navy blue to the wedding. And I have to say, I was pretty convinced that Meghan was pregnant because of some outfit choices she'd made. She's wearing loose-fitting dresses. There was one, I think, in a cobalt blue. It was sleeveless and it had like diagonal ruffles on it. And I thought, I mean, it wasn't a great one, but I think that was it September, something like that. And that's just one instance where I thought, I think Meghan's trying to hint that she's pregnant. I said it to a friend of mine, and then when she wore the black Givenchy dress, I think she went to a gallery, and it's the one, you'll have all seen the photo, she shuts her own door, and people are saying, well, that kind of mirrors something that Diana did years ago. But anyway, and then I thought, oh wait, hang on. Right, let's watch this space, because I might be wrong, but let's watch this space. And then sure enough, At Eugenie's wedding, she's wearing navy blue with one button done up and the next button not. It was undone. And I saw her get out of the car and she's like this. I think there's a photo of her like this with her hair, because she always likes to play in touch with and fiddle with her hair. She says, I'm doing quite a bit of it now. Irony or hypocrite, probably both. But yeah, so she gets out of the car and I remember seeing these photos and I was like, I think she's definitely dropping, she's pregnant. She definitely is. I got the vibe immediately, because I'd been kind of suspecting it for weeks at that stage when Eugenie and Jack got married. And then of course the story broke. I think it was Dan Watson that broke the story, I'm not quite sure. But the story broke anyway, that Harry and Meghan, they announced actually they were going to Australia, and they announced when they landed that Meghan was pregnant. And then it broke after that they were telling members of the family at Eugenie's wedding. I mean, to the rest of us, that is a massive faux pas. Like, you don't do it. You don't do it. It's like wearing white to somebody's wedding. You don't do it. You wear something else. You wear pastels. You wear florals, whatever. You wear something completely different. I mean, I personally would not wear black to a wedding. And I've seen, because I've been getting into Married at First Sight Australia this year, and you see people wear black to a wedding, or at least to me it looks black, and I think, oh. But you know what I mean? So there's certain rules and guidelines you go by when someone gets married, and telling people at someone's wedding that you're pregnant, I mean, the audacity, the gall, how brazen. Again, it points to certain traits in my view, and I just think, I mean, when I read about it, I was like, oh. I was kind of shocked, because it was like sort of new behaviour, for lack of a better term, at that time in 2018, because we hadn't seen obviously everything that we've seen over the last few years, and that you just don't do. So for now, the fact that Eugenie, because Dan Watson's pointed it out on his show, and I'll leave a link to the episode in the description, he pointed out that when Eugenie announced she was pregnant in 2021, a few days later, on Valentine's Day, Meghan and Harry dropped their announcement that she was pregnant with Lily. So there's a pattern there of her trying to, or at least definitely stealing Eugenie's thunder. Because when you think, when Eugenie and Jack got married, they were together for over 7 years. So then to someone who's just married in, you know, they've been a couple for like 10 minutes by comparison, it's for them to then overshadow your wedding after you've waited, like, after it's been 7 years, do you know what I mean? That had to be a gut punch, I have to say. And then Eugenie's birth announcement in 2021 was then overshadowed by Meghan when she released hers. So then there's almost, it's like, it's either karma or poetic justice that Eugenie has had her daughter, and they released the announcement of the fact on Meghan's birthday. Again, it's karma or poetic justice. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But I found that quite funny that the announcement was released on Meghan's birthday, because we all know Meghan likes to do something when other royals do things. She'll post things online or whatever it is to try and take headlines away from whoever it is, whether it's King Charles, Camilla, William, Catherine, particularly when it's like William and Catherine. I've said this before on the channel. Usually when they do something, she will post something, and it's just like, she's quite predictable in her timing. So for Eugenie to do this and almost get, you know, kind of get her own back on Meghan, I think is absolutely hilarious. I think it's hilarious, and I think well done to Eugenie and Jack. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. I'm trying to keep these videos quite short and sweet and trying to keep my point of views pretty much straight to the point. I found a video cringing. Do I think her photo of her jumping in the pool is cosplaying her late mother-in-law? God bless her. Perhaps. I mean, we know here on the channel that Catherine is my ultimate favourite. I can't do that properly. Catherine is my ultimate favourite, and to me she pays homage to her late mother-in-law by wearing her jewellery, and you know, she wears updated, you could argue Catherine wears updated versions of outfits that Diana wore back in the day, but you know, I feel like it's a double standard. I'm just going to point it out. Yes, I love Catherine, but is it a double standard that for Catherine, when Catherine wears something, it's her paying homage to Diana, and yet when Meghan does, it's cosplaying? I don't know. I mean, for me, in my algorithm, I don't see many people say that Catherine's cosplaying Diana. So, I don't know. Maybe there's an element of that. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What did you think of Meghan's social media posts for her birthday? Were they cringy? Was she cosplaying Diana, or was she paying homage? Is it just a coincidence? Let me know in the comments. What did you think of Eugenie and Jack releasing the announcement of their daughter on Meghan's actual birthday? Was it karma, poetic justice? Was it a bit of a dig? Let me know your thoughts. I mean, I find it quite funny. I find it quite ironic. Maybe it's karma, maybe it's Eugenie getting a bit of her own back. Don't know. It's all assumed city, to be quite honest. It's just assumption. I find it quite funny. I don't think... Well, I'd like to think that it's not done, you know, for that. If it is, then, you know, Meghan does it to other people. So, it's bound to happen. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching my last video. It did do very well, and I'm very pleased with it, about Meghan's Althorpe photo. If you haven't watched it, I'll leave a link down in the description. I'll leave links to other people's pages that I've mentioned in this video also down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, if you like this kind of content, hi, welcome, and I invite you rather to subscribe to the channel. I would truly appreciate it. Like, comment on the videos. I think there's a new thing called hype. If you like my videos that much and want to hype it, that would be magnificent. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's it for today. I look forward to making more videos and to engaging with you all in the comments. Again, let's be friendly and respectful. Again, we're all free to disagree. It's perfectly fine, but we can disagree in a respectful, friendly way. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.